Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Yassine. Today I have with me the iPhone 8 Plus and the new Google Pixel XL. So I wanted to do a camera test between the two phones and see how they compare to each other. We're gonna take it outside and we're gonna be just, testing out the front-facing camera, walking around and see how they do compared to each other. And also the main two cameras in the back, the main shooters, see how those compare with each other, keeping an eye out on things like stability, color reproduction, sharpness, and also exposure, whether they overexpose or underexpose the highlights or the shadows. So just to see how they compare to each other. But before we go outside, I'm going to open up the camera app, show you guys all the settings in there, and try to get the settings as close as possible to each other so that we can avoid as much error as possible, just so that we can compare the two phones. So with all that said, let's just jump into the settings and get the test going. So let's jump into the settings quickly of both of these phones' cameras and see exactly what they are set to so that we can keep them as consistent as possible. On the iPhone, you do get an option to record 4K in 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, or 60 frames per second. And on the Google Pixel XL, for 4K, you only get 30 frames per second. So I put them both to 30 frames per second so that we can keep them the same when we are comparing. And on the front-facing camera, on the Pixel XL2, you get an option to bump it all the way to 1080p. So I went ahead and set that to 1080p, but on the iPhone, you don't get that option. So we are going to keep them both like that. I did check this lock camera, and basically what that does is let you keep whatever camera you have selected in recording, and it doesn't jump between the two cameras that the iPhone has, but you can tap the screen to go between two cameras. It just doesn't do it automatically when you lock it. Now, when it comes to the format on the iPhone, we put it on high efficiency so that it can get the best quality, and then also put HDR on. And on the Google Pixel XL, we have HDR on, and we also have video stabilization. Those are the settings that I have for the iPhone 8 Plus and the Google Pixel XL2. I did also put up the volume. I don't think that has anything to do when you are recording audio and when you're recording video on the audio part of the mic, but I wanted to keep them both consistent so that when you hear the mic coming out of these phones, then you know that there's no settings when one is low or one is high, just to keep them both the same so that we can compare them and see exactly how they are similar and how they are different. So we're out here in the park recording and testing the front-facing camera of the iPhone 8 Plus and the Google Pixel XL2. So just to see how it goes head-to-head. All the settings are just the way I put them in the video earlier. So if you haven't seen that part, go back and check it out. But it's the middle of the day, around 11 a.m. It's really sunny right now. The sun is hitting my face, so I'm just walking around and seeing how the colors are reproduced with the shadows and the highlights, and also what's being overexposed and underexposed. From what I see right here on the iPhone 8, it looks like it's a little overexposed compared to the Pixel XL2, but we'll see how it looks once we get into take this into Final Cut Pro and see exactly how it looks on a computer screen. So now I'm gonna just turn around. The sun will be right behind me, so it's going to look a little dark on my face, but just for stability, we're gonna take a quick little run right here and see how it hands. Oh man, it's hard to walk and run and talk at the same time. But let's turn the camera around and see how the main shooter on both of these cameras do. So this is the main shooter of the iPhone 8 Plus and the Google Pixel XL2. I'll leave little indicators letting you know which one is which, and also the audio, which one it's coming from, so that you guys know. And we are walking in the park, so there's a mixture of sunny areas and also shaded areas. And just to see how things look like if we get real close to this branch right here, the iPhone seems to be doing a better job on exposure, at least from right now, before I take it into Final Cut Pro and see exactly what's going on. But both of them seem to be doing a good job on just focusing on the whole picture and stuff. And we also know that the iPhone has a 2x zoom, so if I hit that, you can see that it gets in closer, but the Pixel doesn't have that. The Pixel XL doesn't have that because it has the one camera. So if we zoom back out, that's what it feels like. And now just take a little quick walk. There's some flowers over here, and the sun is directly right behind me right now, so it's shining right on these flower pots. But let's take a look and see exactly how these colors look and the flowers look. And it honestly looks pretty good. I'm gonna say both of these cameras are really good when it comes to video recording and taking pictures. It's almost the difference is just for personal preference, but other than that, everything looks super good in both of these pictures. Now I'm gonna go for a quick run just to see how the stability on the video looks, and you guys let me know. It's hard to run and talk at the same time, but I'm trying to keep y'all entertained. So that was the field test of the cameras, and let me know which one you guys liked better in the comment section down below. So that was a video test between the Google Pixel XL 2 and the iPhone 8 Plus, and both of these cameras look really awesome. And I'm gonna leave you guys off with some picture samples from the Google Pixel XL 2. These pictures were taken in the middle of the day around noon at a local park. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, stay plugged.